Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
North Dakota health officials have now confirmed a total of 33 positive cases of COVID-19 in the state. Regarding the 3 confirmed cases today, Governor Burgum says one is a woman in her 30s from Burleigh County, one is a man in his 70s from Walsh County, and the 3rd confirmed case came in just before 4 this afternoon. We don't yet know which North Dakota county it's coming from. Governor Burgum also talked about why he believes there were low testing numbers from this past weekend.
Expect that some of the low testing results may have been just, people on a weekend. As often, a lot of medical activity slows down on weekends. There may be people that just weren't going in, but there were places to get tested over the weekend, obviously, and I'm certain that there'll be more tests that are being done today. We would expect that to go up.
So far, over 1,400 North Dakotans have been tested for COVID-19. 73 people are currently being monitored for symptoms. Again, state officials have confirmed 33 positive cases in North Dakota, and currently there are 4 people who are now hospitalized. For more information on school closings and a full list of online services for North Dakota residents, you can head to our VNL News app. Minnesota state health officials have now confirmed that the number of positive COVID-19 cases in that state has jumped from 169 to 235. This comes after Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced that he is now in self-quarantine after making contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. Governor Walz says he will stay in quarantine until April 6th to avoid spreading the virus. He is not currently showing any symptoms. In Minnesota, there are currently 235 positive cases, most of them clustered around the Twin Cities. Over 4,000 people have now been tested in Minnesota. State health officials say the first death from COVID-19 happened last Thursday. Also, U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar has announced that her husband has COVID-19. According to her statement, her husband started feeling sick when she was in Minnesota and he was in Washington, D.C. He immediately self-quarantined despite thinking it was just a cold. Sure nice to see the weather improve as we move through the day. Let's find out about this evening with Hutch in the First Alert Storm Team Center. Hutch?
Well, the evening looks fantastic. We do have a few high clouds over us as our Valley Skycam is showing, but all in all, things are very quiet and that sun sure feels nice. Here is a look at the satellite and radar across the region. Not a lot until we look into areas in northwest South Dakota. A few showers showing up there. For the winds, we're not too bad out there. We have winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour across the region. They're from that much warmer southerly direction, and temperatures are responding nicely. Now up near Grand Forks, where we did get the recent snow, temperatures are cooler, 34 degrees there, but we are warming nicely out in the western Dakotas near 60. In Dickinson. Your planner for tonight, temperatures are going to be fairly steady in Fargo-Moorhead. And as we go beyond bedtime tonight, the clouds will increase here in the Southern Valley. Up north, we're expecting quiet conditions, temperatures slipping just below freezing. As we go into your Tuesday, we do have a few hitches in the giddy up to talk about. I'll do that here in just a couple of moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. See you soon. A Fargo man is now facing sex crime charges for allegedly sexually assaulting a young girl. 36-year-old Raymond Reed is facing gross sexual imposition and child porn charges. According to court documents, investigators say he sexually assaulted a young girl and showed her child porn. A search warrant found child porn on his phone. He will be in court again in April. More than 300,000 cases of COVID-19 have been reported to the World Health Organization from almost every country in the world. World health officials say the spread of the virus is accelerating, and they believe we can change the trajectory of this pandemic. Health officials say it took 67 days from the first reported case to reach the first 100,000 cases, 11 days for the second 100,000 cases, and just 4 days for the third 100,000 cases.
Asking people to stay at home and other physical distancing measures are an important way of slowing down the spread of the virus and buying time, but they are defensive measures that will not help us to win.
The Director General says the new battle is the shortage of personal protective equipment for health workers, which is leaving them vulnerable to the coronavirus. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced major changes in the sports world, causing disruptions to schedules around the world. Now it appears the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics will be delayed as well. At least 5 countries have already expressed major concerns about sending athletes to Japan, and American athletes are also concerned. NBC's Kurt Gregory reports.
Longtime International Olympic Committee member Dick Pound tells the USA Today he believes the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games will be postponed. Pound says 2021 is likely, with details to be decided over the next month. As concerns over COVID-19 continue, major Olympic powers had poured on pressure to postpone. Canada had said it would not send athletes to Tokyo unless the games were pushed back.
I know this is heartbreaking for so many people, athletes, coaches, staff, and fans. But this was absolutely the right call, and everyone should follow their lead.
Canada sent 314 athletes to Rio in 2016. Australia sent 421. Officials there advising athletes to prepare for an Olympics next year.
The Australian Olympic team could not be assembled in the changing circumstances both here and abroad.
Olympic committees in Brazil, Austria, and Germany also support a delay. This past weekend, American track and field athletes and swimmers called on USOPC officials to postpone. Speaking to Parliament today, Japan's Prime Minister says postponing the Tokyo Olympics may be unavoidable, but canceling is not an option. With more than $12 billion invested in the Tokyo Olympics, and with the flame now in Japan, the big question remains: when will the games begin? Kurt Gregory, NBC News.
The Olympics have never before been delayed, although they were canceled altogether in 1916, 1940, and 1944 during the 2 world wars. Convicted sex offender Harvey Weinstein is reportedly battling for the coronavirus. Officials say the former film producer tested positive for COVID-19 and is currently in isolation at the state prison, where he is serving a 23-year sentence. Weinstein was transferred to a correctional facility in Buffalo, New York on Wednesday. That's where he reportedly tested positive for coronavirus. A jury convicted Weinstein last month of rape and sexual assault. Minnesota health officials are again asking for blood donors. The state is in desperate need. If you are healthy and showing no symptoms, you are asked to make an appointment with your local blood bank. The need for donations is increasing every day because so many blood drives have been canceled. Still ahead tonight, there's anxiety and fear running through hospitals around the country as there's now a desperate need for protective gear.
And warmer weather means a slow rise in the rivers in the Southern Valley as melting continues throughout the week. We'll have your hour-by-hour forecast as we return right after this.